So I have a very exciting announcement to make. So for those of you guys who are always asking me about my makeup routine, about my skincare routine, body care, my hair, where I shop, how I lost all the weight that I lost, how I've been keeping it off, like what I eat, what I do to keep fit, to stay fit, every single question that you may have in regards to my lifestyle is going to be answered. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing it on this channel. This channel is purely about fragrances. Sometimes you'll do content that has nothing to really do with the content that you usually make under your YouTube channel. What that does sometimes is that it confuses the YouTube algorithm, and that could really cause like serious issues with your YouTube channel. So I definitely want to keep things just perfume related on this channel. So if you guys want to see lifestyle related content from me, I have good news for you guys. I recently created a lifestyle channel. After you finish watching this video, I'm gonna ask you to go over to my other channel because I just uploaded my very first video, which is basically this look. I'm gonna show you guys how I get all pretty for you guys. So go over there, like, comment, subscribe, leave me a little comment so I know you subscribed, and definitely leave some words of encouragement because I'm definitely gonna need it. I will so much appreciate that, okay? I'll leave the link to my new channel down below in my description box. Okay guys, let's jump into today's video. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that I've been really wanting to talk about for a very long time, but I just wasn't sure how to construct the video, but I've been thinking about it a lot. So of course I figured it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new series here on my channel where we talk about the best cheap / affordable fragrance houses. We do have a lot of them, and that's why I decided to do it like a series. So today is going to be video 1 of that series. The first house that we're going to talk about is one of my favorite houses ever, and that is the house of Kate Spade. If you want to see the affordable fragrances that made this list, just keep watching. Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining me. As promised, I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite cheap / affordable fragrances from the house of Kate Spade. Let's jump right into this video. The first fragrance that I want to share with you guys is probably the least impressive on this list, but it's a pretty scent nonetheless, which is why I added it to this list. The fragrance that I'm talking about here is Walk on Air. I have been eyeing this fragrance for such a long time because somewhere in my heart, I knew I was going to like this fragrance, even though I never really tested it or anything like that. But, I did look at the notes and the scent profile, and I just kind of figured it would be a fragrance I would like. Now, you could easily find this fragrance going for about $25 for the 3.4 fluid ounce bottle, which I think is a good price. And if I'm being honest, I feel as though that's kind of what it's worth. I probably would not pay a penny more for this fragrance, but of course that's a personal decision. You guys may feel differently, but that's kind of where I stand with the price point. So this fragrance has a very calm, understated, minimalistic feel to it. So it's definitely right up my alley. It's a very clean, fresh floral scent with some green notes and a bit of a citric undertone. So it's a very refreshing, uplifting, bright type of fragrance, and I do like it. The dominant notes that I get from this one are lily of the valley, lime blossom, fern, and musk. So that pretty much gives it that clean, fresh, white floral scent. And the lime blossom gives it that slight citric undertone, and the fern gives it a little bit of a green scent. So yeah, that's basically what you get. A clean, fresh, bright floral scent, a little green, a little citric, very sheer, very clean. Now I have 2 fragrances in my fragrance collection that kind of reminds me of this fragrance. When I wear this one, it kind of reminds me of the fragrance by Victoria's Secret, and it does remind me a little bit of Fifth Avenue by Elizabeth Arden. So if you will combine both fragrances, it will probably give you this one. That's what I get. And it makes sense that I would be attracted to this fragrance because I do love Fifth Avenue by Elizabeth Arden, and I adore Body or the fragrance by Victoria's Secret. Now, the only issue that I really have with this fragrance is the performance. I think the performance is quite atrocious. If I'm being honest, it really doesn't last, and projection is like meh. So I have resorted to wearing this one to bed. So that's my take on this fragrance. This is Walk on Air. The next fragrance that I'm going to share with you guys is Twirl. Now, you could easily find Twirl for around 20 to 25 bucks. So it is quite inexpensive. I think it's a pretty scent. It's very cute, very unassuming, and even a little bit shy. And I would say of all the fragrances on this list, I consider it to be the most youthful. It is a fruity floral scent. It opens up with a beautiful watermelon note. It comes off quite watery and fresh, a little bit sweet, and there's a little bit of tartness from the red currant. So for the first couple of minutes, that's basically what you're gonna get. Now, as the fragrance begins to dry down a little bit, or as it begins to progress on the skin, it gets way more floral. The dominant floral that we have in this scent is magnolia. A lot of times magnolia is described as a waxy, lemon-tinged white floral. Now, I'm not getting anything waxy here, but I'm for sure getting that lemon-tinged white floral scent, and I think it's really, really pretty. The longer I wear this one, the more I do like it. The first half of the fragrance can come off a little bit boring or generic, not quite unique. But if you keep this one on long enough, you'll realize that it does get a little bit complex and just way more pretty. So there's this, I don't know, green note that's a little bit elusive that comes in and out of the fragrance, and I think it is just so gorgeous. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the green note that we have in Pretty by Elizabeth Arden. They do have the same kind of vibe. So if you have that fragrance and you like it, for sure you like this one. This one just tends to be a little bit more fruity, and of course it's a little bit more tart. It's very mild-mannered. It's a very soft scent, very feminine. It's flirty, but there's just something, I don't know, mature about it. I don't know. Let me know if you have this scent and let me know what you think about it. I really like this one. This is Twirl. The next fragrance that I want to share with you guys is Live Colorfully. This is one of my favorite fragrances from this house, and you could easily find this one going for around 20-something dollars, so it's quite affordable. This fragrance is the first Kate Spade fragrance that I ever added to my collection, and I really fell in love with it. So much so that it clearly opened my appetite to try more fragrances from Kate Spade. So yeah, I pretty much fell in love with this fragrance. I would think that this is probably one of Kate Spade's most, I don't know, successful fragrances. Even if it's not, it's probably one of the most popular fragrances. Everybody knows about this fragrance, and that's because it's a very pretty scent. It's very people-pleasing in my opinion. Yes. Like the other two fragrances that I just showed you, this fragrance is just way more bright. It's happy, it's energetic, it's a happy scent. It feels like a fragrance that you'd wear when you're just gonna let your hair down, you're gonna have some fun. It's summertime. It just gives me that vibe. The dominant notes in this one are tiare flower, gardenia, and some people say that they could detect coconut. Unfortunately for me, I don't get coconut, but what I do get is a very strong abrasive tiare flower, which gives it that tropical white floral scent. It's a bit textured, and what I mean by that is that this fragrance is not sheer, it's not transparent, it doesn't feel that way to me. It's not ethereal, it feels more down to earth. This fragrance feels more like a summery scent. It feels like a hot or warm weather kind of scent. Like I said before, it does have a very fresh and clean scent, but it's also very tropical and beachy. This is definitely one to try if you want a white floral scent with a bold tropical feel to it. This is Live Colorfully. The next fragrance that I want to share with you guys is Truly Gracious. I adore this scent. It was definitely a blind buy. I took a chance on this one, but I'm so happy that I did. You can find this one for around 24 bucks. So the price point is quite comfortable. So this one is classified as an aromatic green floral, and green it is, but I really like this one. So yes, you have to be into green fragrances in order to really appreciate this one. I consider this one to be the most unique on this list because it's not every day you're gonna smell a fragrance like this one. The dominant notes are bamboo leaves, green sap, and green musk. Now, I never heard of green musk, but if there's gonna be a fragrance with a green musk note, it's gonna be this one. Everything about this fragrance is green, but it smells so good. It's a very sheer, watery, green, foresty type floral scent. There's also an underlying sweetness that you could almost feel in the back of your throat, and I kind of find that so unique. I wasn't expecting that slight sweetness, but it's so pretty. This fragrance will definitely appeal to those of you guys who are looking for a genuine, practical, dewy, green, watery floral scent. It tends to be a bit shampoo-y, but I think that just gives the fragrance a bit of a youthful feel. But at the same time, it does feel a little bit mature. I know that that's paradoxical, but that's kind of like what I'm getting here. It's such a beautiful scent. I really, really love this one. It's gorgeous. It is so refreshing. Oh my God, it smells so good. This is a truly gracious. The last fragrance that I'm gonna add to this list is my favorite fragrance from the house of Kate Spade. I really, really like this one. It's also quite new to my collection, and this one is in Full Bloom. So I've spoken about this one a couple of times on my channel, but you guys know how I get when I fall in love with a fragrance. I like to talk about it all the time. So of course, once again, we're going to talk about this fragrance. I love this fragrance, definitely right up my alley. And like all the other fragrances, it's super inexpensive. I think you could find this one for like 20 bucks. And that's so unbelievable for the type of fragrance that you're getting here in regards to the scent, in regards to longevity, in regards to sillage. I just can't believe how much of a good deal we're getting with this one. This one is classified as a green floral scent. I would probably reclassify this one as a floral aquatic. Yes, it's a little green, but I think it's more floral aquatic in my opinion. So the dominant notes in this one are rose, lotus, and musk. So that's basically what I get here. And of course, we have some greenness in the composition. So just think rose and aquatics. So yeah, it's quite watery, it's quite musky, it's quite floral, it's quite aquatic. So yeah, that's basically what you get with this one. It's also, if you like Lode Yusi by Issey Miyake, it's possible that you like this fragrance because I feel that they have the same vibe, with the exception that this is more rose forward while Lode Yusi is more like lilies forward. But regardless, if you like roses and aquatics, you like this fragrance. It's so beautiful. The performance is really, really good. That's what I love about this fragrance, is that it smells good, but it also does perform nicely. Perfect for everyday wear, especially daytime wear, and especially when it's a little bit warm outside. I could see this one just doing so well. This is in Full Bloom.